The National Park Service is asking a federal judge to dismiss a lawsuit filed by a Native American who was tased in the Petroglyphs.
Daryl House says a park ranger used excessive force when he was tased while looking for a place to pray nearly 3 years ago.
Please put the dog down.
Help!
Sir.
Help!
This is video of a Petroglyph National Monument park ranger tasing Navajo and Oneida Marine veteran Daryl House in December of 2020. The park ranger was ultimately cleared of wrongdoing, but House filed a lawsuit last December.
The physical and the emotional and the psychological, and also this is representative of what has happened to Indigenous peoples being policed on ancestral and sacred lands for centuries.
House claims he was hiking with his sister and dog when he told park rangers he stepped off trail to social distance from other hikers. A ranger told him to get back on the designated path, and House says he complied with those orders. But when the ranger began asking him for identification, House refused to answer, eventually giving a fake name.
On our land.
Sir, I sympathize with any of that, but this is simply a law enforcement action today. And you just need to provide your name, and we're done.
Gerald, you got my name.
And what's your last name, sir?
You don't need my last name.
Now, the National Park Service is asking a federal judge to dismiss the case. Federal attorneys point out that during the incident, House stated he was socially distancing from other hikers. But in the lawsuit, House stated he went off trail to find a place to pray on sacred land.
To recognize the rights, particularly of Indigenous people, to pray in their on sacred land and on sacred territory, and to be sensitive to that and to the history of that.
Federal attorneys also point out that House never told the park ranger he was trying to pray, and that's why he was off the trail. The motion also claims the complaint lacks any allegation that the National Park Service standard prohibition on walking off trail imposes a substantial burden on the exercise of religion. The park rangers and the Park Service are also asking the case be dismissed because the rangers were doing their jobs and things only escalated when House did not follow instructions and was not truthful. Daryl House was issued citations for walking off trail, refusing to provide truthful information, and obstructing law enforcement functions. His attorneys have not yet responded to the latest filings in federal court.